Have you ever felt like you and your partner are speaking different languages? Do misunderstandings and communication breakdowns leave you feeling frustrated and disconnected? You're not alone. Countless couples struggle to navigate the complexities of communication in their relationships. In his best-selling book, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, John Gray explores the fundamental differences in how men and women communicate and express their emotions. He uses a lighthearted metaphor, suggesting men are from Mars, logical and action-oriented, and women are from Venus, emotional and connection-oriented. This isn't to say men are emotionless or women are illogical, but rather that they often prioritize and express themselves differently. Can these seemingly different planets find a way to connect and build a thriving relationship? This video delves into Gray's core principles, drawing specific details from the book, and equips you with practical strategies to bridge the communication gap, strengthen your bond, and create a more fulfilling partnership. Part 1. Understanding the Differences, a deep dive into Martian and Venusian needs. Gray argues that while men and women share the same basic human needs for love, connection, and intimacy, they often have different underlying needs that drive their communication styles. Let's explore these contrasting needs in more detail, drawing directly from the book's insights. Men Martians. Need for autonomy and independence. Men often crave a sense of self-reliance and competence. They may withdraw to their cave to process emotions and solve problems internally. Need for appreciation and respect. Men often feel validated through recognition of their achievements and efforts. Words of affirmation can go a long way. Need for connection. Indirectly, while men may not always express a need for connection as openly as women, they crave intimacy and emotional support from their partners. Women, Venusians. Need for connection and intimacy. Women often prioritize emotional connection and feeling heard by their partners. They may seek reassurance and validation of their feelings. Need for nurturing and understanding. Women often feel loved and appreciated through acts of care and emotional support. Creating a safe space for open communication is key. Need for respect and empathy. Women value being treated with respect and having their feelings acknowledged. Active listening and emotional validation are crucial for a strong bond. Part 2. Communication Strategies for Men. Becoming a Master Listener. Now that we understand the underlying needs of men and women, let's delve into specific strategies for improving communication. Men, according to Gray, a crucial first step is becoming a master listener. Here are some actionable tips based on the book's guidance. Give your partner your undivided attention. Put away distractions like phones and focus solely on your partner when they're speaking. Listen without interrupting. Allow your partner to fully express themselves before offering solutions or advice. Practice active listening. Reflect back what you've heard and acknowledge their feelings. Phrases like, "It sounds like you're feeling frustrated," or "I understand why that would upset you," can go a long way. Part 3. Communication Strategies for Women. Expressing your needs clearly. Ladies, according to Gray, Venusian communication styles can sometimes lead to misunderstandings. Here are some tips for expressing your needs clearly and effectively with your Martian partner. Own your feelings and speak in I statements. Instead of blaming your partner, say things like, "I feel hurt when," or "I would really appreciate it if." This reduces defensiveness and encourages open communication. Focus on the desired outcome. Express what you ultimately want from the situation, rather than just dwelling on the problem. What do you need from your partner to feel better? Be specific with your requests. Don't expect your partner to read your mind. Clearly communicate what you'd like them to do differently. For example, instead of saying, "You never help around the house," say, "I'd really appreciate it if you could help with the dishes tonight." Part 4. The importance of empathy and validation. Building the bridge. Regardless of gender, empathy and validation are the cornerstones of healthy communication in any relationship, as emphasized throughout Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Let's revisit these key concepts. Empathy. Put yourself in your partner's shoes. Try to understand their perspective and the underlying emotions driving their communication style. For men, consider the Martian need for autonomy and respect. Maybe they withdraw to solve problems because they feel pressured to fix things. For women, consider the Venusian need for connection and validation. Maybe they express frustration indirectly because they crave emotional support. Validation. Acknowledge your partner's feelings, even if you don't agree with them. Feeling heard and understood is essential for a strong connection. Phrases like, "I see why you're upset," or "it makes sense that you feel that way," can go a long way. Part 5, Beyond Mars and Venus. A look at criticisms and considerations. Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus has been a popular resource for understanding communication styles for decades, but it's not without its criticisms. Gender stereotypes. Some argue the book reinforces rigid gender stereotypes that may not apply to all couples. Relationships can be complex, and communication styles can vary greatly between individuals. Oversimplification. The book's binary approach of Mars and Venus may oversimplify the nuances of communication in relationships. There's a spectrum of communication styles, and not everyone neatly falls into one category. View the book as a starting point for understanding communication styles, not a rigid set of rules. Every relationship is unique. The key is to identify your partner's communication style and tailor your approach accordingly. Draw from the book's insights, but remember it's a framework, not a one-size-fits-all solution. Open and honest communication is an ongoing process. Be patient, practice active listening, and always strive to understand your partner better. Part 6. Keeping the conversation going, resources and exploration beyond Mars and Venus. Communication is a journey, not a destination. Here are some tips to keep the conversation going in your relationship, going beyond the initial insights from Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Schedule regular check-ins. Dedicate time for focused communication, away from distractions, to discuss your needs, wants, and challenges in the relationship. Explore your communication styles together. Read books or articles on communication, take a communication skills workshop together, or simply have open conversations about how you each prefer to communicate. Discuss what works for you and identify areas for improvement. Seek additional resources. Consider couples counseling or therapy if you're struggling with communication breakdowns. A professional can provide personalized guidance and support. Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus offers a valuable framework for understanding communication styles and relationships. By understanding the core principles, cultivating empathy and validation, and continuously striving to improve communication, you can build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship with your partner. Remember, communication is a two-way street. By putting in the effort and being open to learning from each other, you can bridge the gap and create a love that thrives. But remember, this book is a springboard, not the final answer. As your relationship evolves, so too will your communication needs. Here are some additional tips for keeping the conversation going. Stay curious about your partner. Never stop asking questions and learning more about your partner's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Embrace growth and change. Relationships are dynamic, and communication styles may evolve over time. Be open to adapting your approach as your needs change. Celebrate your communication victories. Acknowledge and celebrate moments of successful communication in your relationship. This reinforces positive communication patterns. Thanks for listening. If you found this summary valuable, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more.